Hello, Music 100 students. How are you guys? Good to see you. I hope this posting finds you in the best of health and in good spirits. So today I will be uploading your midterm about after 1 o'clock, sometime around there. You'll have until Wednesday to finish it. This is our little housekeeping bit. And I'm thinking about also opening up a section in discussions where you can ask me questions, because some of you are not coming to office hours, but that's okay because I don't see a lot of you having issues. So apparently things are working well, but I'm thinking of opening up a section just so you could respond to me, and I'll respond in video to you. I got some other things I'm working on, but let's just suffice it to say, hopefully it's not too loud out here today. We are in a music class and can be loud outside. There we go. Can you tell me what key that was? Da! Speaking of which, okay, so your midterm, that's up. You have the Glenn Gould paper. Again, this is housekeeping. Don't fret about writing a paper. If you can only come up with 2 pages or a page and a half, I will accept it. We're just get your work in as best you can. We're going to move on from discussing European music for the moment. We're going to move to the West Indies, the great places such as Haiti with compa. What's another great place? Trinidad with its calypso and the steel pan. And also we're going to look at Jamaica reggae music. Also their influence on hip-hop music in America today, which apparently started out in the Bronx. What's another country? Because I'm thinking offhand, I didn't look at the chapters right before I got started. But I believe we then look at bachata from DR. You know, it amazes me that the textbook puts Haiti in the front and DR at the end. And I go, well, what's the point of that? And I also believe we mentioned Cuba, or if not, it'll be at the end of the following chapter. So we're going to try to do a chapter a week. So stay along in your book. Also, if you don't see a posting for you to download a paper, either in discussion board or in assignment, guess what that means? That means you don't have to do that, or you don't have a paper to write for that. Nextly, a little more housekeeping about writing the papers coming up. I'm going to give you another opportunity to upload something if you have something done, but what I would really suggest is I'm going to stop some people from doing things because they've done so much work, and then that'll allow the other people a chance to catch up and get some points for if they're stressed out because, you know, they may have missed a deadline or two. So try not to miss the next upcoming deadlines. We won't have as much writing, and start thinking about your thesis statement. A thesis statement, again, 1 sentence, people. 1 sentence that covers maybe 3 points. So if you're writing about, let's say Bob Marley, how could you formulate something on Bob Marley? I always think of Bob Marley as a cultural attaché to Jamaica, because he was talking about Jamaica in a very culturally dynamic time, and his music was very relevant to the country and to the situation during the time. Do we have artists today like that, especially with COVID? Funny, like when the We Are the World came out, I heard all these songs, but I don't really hear a lot of songs dealing with this pandemic at this moment. But not to worry, maybe you can enlighten me on some of those things that you're finding. And also, I'm noticing that some of you are able to make cultural connections, as it says in the syllabus, to this music that we've been looking at, such as Africa and the talking drums. I hope you did enjoy the videos on talking drums, the mbira, which is used in the spirit possession ceremony, the akadina, the forerunner of our modern day, Fisher Price makes them. What is that called? Xylophones, right? But xylophones, in my opinion, are different from the akadina and the other wooden instruments because they're not made of metal. And we'll see the lamellophone, which is the mbira, you know, something made of wood and metal that uses its body to create sound. So in the next chapter, I think we talk about maracas, and not a lot of new instruments other than the steel pan. However, I don't want you to think of Haiti as just a place where they practice voodoo. You need to look at Benin, and you know, there's videos that I would normally play for you, but I'm going to just provide a link and a name because I don't know how you feel about watching voodoo, you know. people, it's a religious thing. So when we're together, I could talk to you and do it differently, but in your own experience, I won't post those things to make you watch it for your religious beliefs and experiences, because some people have a different opinion. But Ashe means the ancestors. So in some of these videos and Voodoo, why you see it as a community affair and not just a personal, I'm going to drop some salt and your hair is going to fall out or something. It's a cultural thing. And these people, again, from Africa, traveled with that knowledge, and it landed in Haiti, and they were able to do things and incorporate it into their daily lives. So we want to look at it from that perspective. What's another thing that we need to discuss? I don't have much to say other than it's really time to narrow down your MLA, your writing styles. It's also time to narrow down what each professor wants from you, and a little more housekeeping. Just because I don't want you to confuse one class with the other and their writing desires and their writing requirements. And do read the rubrics that I'm going to put up for the writing assignments. It's pretty general, but remember, you need multiple sources for this term paper or research paper. Think of it as a research paper. An ethnomusicologist is a researcher. So each one of your assignments has been following the life and direction of an ethnomusicologist. I just gave you the drive, the goal. The goal is to produce a paper on a person, place, or thing. And you're going to give me some background information. You're going to use CCCRI to formulate your ideas and then write an essay, but not write something broken off into chapters. So just remember, it's all about an essay, a short essay. And there'll be some essay questions on your test and some fill in the blanks and some holistic thinking. So there'll be some definitions, but really, can you understand why we're doing it? And I'm going to give you more of that as we go. But I do hope, again, that you're having a good time. I'm going to conclude here. I'm watching, reading, and hoping for the best for all of you. And I look forward to hearing some of your comments about what you'd like to know more about, or maybe you have a question about why did we pick that assignment, or what are we doing next? How do I do better in the class? That's one common housekeeping. I see, maybe I'll call the section housekeeping, so you can ask anything concerning grading, and grading is called the housekeeping. So just remember, try to start early. Okay, read the information. So I'll do everything early enough. So right now, anything I post, it's really for next month. Next month will be our wrap it all up kind of month. We only have a handful of papers I want you to write. I'm going to move from the pianist. You have Arturo Benedite in there. I'm going to move from him. We're going to move to, I forget her name, the young lady that played Alison Ballison, who plays the trumpet, the vocalist, Leontine. We're also going to look at Spanish guitar. And what else? Mariachi music. So certain other musics we are going to look at, but you won't have to write about all of them. So that should be a yay! Okay, and remember the point system. Some of you are stressed out about the points right now that we've garnered. This is, remember, only the first 15% of your grade. And I'm going to move the term papers, the smaller papers or the larger papers, into the assistance of the term papers. So the middle passage, the Glenn Gould, these larger works, which were 2 or 3 pages or more than a page, they're going to be moved towards your writing development for the research paper. So that's the goal in that, to help you to be able to do that. Now remember, we're going to talk a little bit more about rhythms. I am going to do a little something about 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 measures to a beat. 3, 4 time 1, 2, 3, da da dee, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's a waltz. Most music is either in 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you clap, you actually clap on the 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, da 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 da. I keep it really simple. So, and I'm not going to ask you a lot of complex questions related to rhythm in those circumstances, but I will ask you to understand, can you tell me if it's kind of 3, 4, 4, 4 timing? From this point, we can hear that. So, but again, don't overthink it. Just have a little fun. If you find some music that I talked to one person over the weekend and they said they found a connection and sent a link, I'm going to look for that link. to some new music, I welcome that, because that could become teaching material for next semester for someone else. So I'll conclude there, and I'll talk to you guys soon, and be well until our next little discussion. Ciao for now.